Lego Star Wars might be done for. So, as many of us know, in October it is set to be a big year for Lego Star Wars as we're getting our first $1,000 Lego set, and it is a Death Star. This set is 75419 with 9,019 pieces and 38 minifigures. Which all sounds very awesome on paper. I mean, Lego doesn't have the best record lately with sets. A lot of their sets that came out this year are super overpriced, super downscaled. But with something like this, get you really excited because you think of what could be with a possible Lego Death Star to scale. You're thinking UCS. And that's where we need to pause because it is not a UCS Death Star. This morning, we found out the Lego Death Star is in fact a diorama.
No, it's not true. That's impossible.
This means all of the speculation that's been going on for about a year and a half now about how this is going to work. Is it going to be like the 2015 one where it's full interior and then it's just going to have panels around it? Is it going to be modular where you have a floor and it's kind of like a cake system where it's like layer by layer with panels around it? All of that's been put away now because we know none of that is to be expected. It is a diorama set. It is, well, I'll tell you the measurements and we can go from there. The set is said to be 70 centimeters high, 79 centimeters long, and 27 centimeters deep. Which, yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. Especially if it is supposed to be a UCS Death Star, like people were saying. That very much sounds more like diorama measurements. And everybody's saying it's a diorama now. And that worries me because a lot of the potential this set had was the fact that it was going to be a diorama. It was going to be this beautiful, like, centerpiece, like talking about Lego Coliseum, like just breathtaking to look at. And now that's gone because if it is a diorama, it's going to look like trash. It's like basically you're just taking a slab of a Death Star. It's nothing to write home about anymore. It hurts my brain. I don't know why, with this much opportunity, they would waste it. I mean, I'm not shocked because Lego Star Wars lately has sucked severely. The only good things come out this year is the Jango Fett Slave one, the UCS one, and the UCS ATSD. In my opinion, everything else this year has sucked. It's either been overpriced or too downscaled. The minifigures haven't been good lately. And the minifigs, speaking of which, figs for this set have been leaked, and a lot of them are reuses. The few that aren't reuses are very lackluster, I guess. Like, the only really notable one is a beach trooper, so you can have like your little hot tub in the Death Star with him in it. But besides that, there is nothing going on here, minifig wise, which is going to be a turning point for a lot of people, as is even if this would have been a UCS set, because a lot of people use minifigs as a factor in stuff like this, especially this big of purchases, which is 100% fair. If you were paying $1,000, even if you were paying $200 for a Lego set, stuff like the minifigs, the box, the build style, like none of that needs to be taken out of factoring when you're deciding if you're going to spend this much money. So for Lego to completely throw away the idea of this being quite possibly the greatest Lego set of all time to make some crappy diorama. Like, this is a Lego diorama set. They're nice little display pieces, you depict your little scene you want. They usually come with some pretty good minifigures, but that's it. There's nothing special about these sets. And for them to make a Death Star like this, no. Maybe you could have waited and done like a $200 one and done like, they had the throne room diorama. They could have done something like that and had something else with it. But instead they're making the whole set like that now, they're saying. And that just, it doesn't work. We haven't seen pictures of it yet, so this all could very well be rumors. But with us being so close to likely the reveal of the set, because it's like 2 months out now from now. They're going to reveal it very soon, because with big sets like this, usually they don't wait till like last minute to show them off. They try to get them out there soon so that you can start pre-ordering and then start getting your money. And you know, with it being so close to time for the set to get revealed, the more rumors like this we get, the more it worries me, because the more likely these rumors are to be true at this point. If we would have gotten this rumor like way back a year and a half ago, would have been like, oh, that's probably bull crap, you know. But at this point in the year, with it being this close to time for this set to come out, it's not something to take lightly anymore. This is an actual possibility now that the Lego Death Star is in fact a diorama. And I know I'm like freaking out over this, but I mean, this is just kind of the final nail in the coffin for me with Lego Star Wars. I've not been a fan of them lately. I've been buying Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings instead. Like, it's just, they're dying, honestly. I don't know if we need to switch up the development team, like we need new designers and stuff. I don't know if someone higher up in the system, like the Lego company as a whole, needs to be just booted out, or needs to like kind of be talked to and be like, hey, maybe we should actually make sets people want and can afford and are reasonable with minifigs. But it's just, I don't understand why $1,000 diorama is what they settled on. There's something people are saying about the diorama. There's two ways it could go. It could either be a giant rectangle, or it could be like half a spear, which if it's half a spear, I will feel better about it. However, if it is half a spear, you know what they're going to make you do. They're going to make you buy a second one so that you can have the whole thing. And that is very crappy. That is over $2,000 for two sets to make what should have already been a complete Death Star. That's a ton of money. $1,000 is a ton of money. Like, two of those sets is one Lego Death Star. It's just actually more than two of those, because that one's only 400. Like, do you see what I'm saying here, though? It's like they're just milking us at this point. They're taking every penny out of us, and it's. I know it's a company. I know that's what companies do. I know it's just business. But Lego Star Wars used to be so different. It's just, I can't stand it anymore, man. If this ends up being a diorama set, I really might not buy any more Lego Star Wars sets. I might boycott. I'll buy the UCS ATST and the UCS Jango Fett Slave 1, and I'm going to be done with Lego Star Wars if this is a diorama, because I'm not supporting this crap anymore. The clone troopers get absolutely crapped on. The stormtroopers still look like the ones from Family Guy, and that's been an issue for 5 years now, 5 or 6 years. Same with clone troopers, helmet holes, the misprints on the clone troopers, everything being downscaled. That makes sense. That doesn't bother me. But when you downscale it and make it look bad and make the build fragile, for example, the new clone turbo tank, or the Juggernaut as they call it now, that's not a good product, and people are still buying them, and it is not going to change until people quit buying these sets. So it's just, I don't know, man. This has rubbed me the wrong way completely. But I've heard some people say this set could still be cool. It could be a Master Builder series style set, which I am open to. You know, I mean, I got my hopes up for the UCS. Everybody did. But if it is a good-looking Master Builder series set, then maybe it will work out. But if it's just a straight-up diorama, like everybody's saying now, that's not good. That's going to be a problem. So, I don't know. I just had to make this. I had to get on here and rant, because it's not a big deal, but it kind of is, because this is supposed to be like their best set they've made, and they're just, from what we know right now, throwing it all the potential away. So, I don't know. This video, take it all with a grain of salt. I just had to get on here and spew some